What's going on, gamers? Are we ready to make fun of Microsoft again for charging way too much money for a dead console nobody wants? Well, it's here. Get ready. Yeah, like this guy says right here, it's confirmed, right? The Xbox Series X is now at 800 pounds or $800 in the US market. And think about what he's saying here. The Xbox Series X at 800 pounds is now dead. Because that's a dead symbol right there. Nah, bro, it's been dead. It's even more dead now. Skull, yeah. I mean, put that in the Skull and Bone Cemetery for sure. Though the casket's already over it, Microsoft just wants to sink it farther down into the ground so you can never pull it out. It's never going to recover. That's basically what's going on here. We know that, right? But we're going to take a look at all the other prices because the Series S's have their prices too. Yeah, they're ridiculous. And he says a few Series S or X Galaxy Black 2 terabyte units remain at 700. Now, if Microsoft would have kept this would have been $900+, y'all. Yeah, $900+. While supplies last, since production of this model has been discontinued. Yeah, if you didn't know they discontinued this, for what though? Who's going to buy it? You know what I mean? Ain't nobody paying $900 for that when you're going to get a PS5 Pro instead. I mean, it's just absolutely stupid. That's this company though, I tell you. Somehow they're $200 ahead of their competitor. Just like they try to make Game Pass more expensive than Netflix, the ROG Ally, the most expensive handheld out of the three that have ever charged for a handheld that they teamed up with, though, that was Asus's. They just came and put that symbol in there. But I don't understand how this company that loses at everything still tries to be more expensive than their competitor, and they have way more money. It's $1 trillion corporation, right? This is how scumbag as Microsoft is. This is absolutely ridiculous here. AGN does not know what to tell you, because I tell you what, if you thought Xbox was dead before, man, find a new term, because that's no longer plausible. Going over here, he already had the price range set up for you. Then we're going to take a look at the English translation. See it right here, $599 to $799. It went up $200 starting today, guys. This is the new price. Who is going to buy this? You don't have any brain cells to me if you do. They're now just like the Steam machine. Don't buy it. At least that's more new, but even then, do not buy this. This is garbage. Series S, $349 to $499. It went up $150. Look at the Series S 1 terabyte though. It went up $200. This went up $150, but this goes up $200. This goes up $150. How interesting, huh? And remember, the Series S doesn't have a disk drive. There's no disk drive. You're paying $600 for a diskless, weak, outdated console. Which 2 is much better than this. Way better games too, and you can take it on the go as a handheld mode. And beats it in image quality. Yeah, it has a better CPU, but other than that, who wants to pay $600 for this? Remember, the Series S launched at $299, by the way. The 512 one, now it's $500. The 1 terabyte, I just can't believe that this is more expensive than a PS5 digital. What the hell? Why would... You know, if you had the Series X specs at $600, which is the PS5 digital, why would you go for the Series S 1 terabyte? Why would you even waste your time with that? You don't have no PlayStation exclusives. You don't have no money hats, third parties, right? And you have all Xbox games pretty much, except a few here on and off. You got all the gotchas. Why would you not go get the PS5 digital, right? This literally makes no sense. This is a pointless console now. This right here, this is pointless. Nobody should be paying this much for a Series S. That is garbage. And this guy says $800 for a console that's 6 years old. Exactly, bro. $500 for an asthmatic console with only 512 gigabytes of storage and 0 physical drive. Yeah, and you don't even get that. They take up a portion of it. You're going to be getting less than that. One Call of Duty game, and your storage is already in trouble. Imagine opening up a storage. You know how you get like storage space in a storage facility, and you put one object in there. You're like, damn, this just took up like 50% of my storage. That's not much of a storage then, is it? The Xbox comeback isn't happening anytime soon. No, bro, it's not happening, period. Let's go ahead and erase this, guys. and put the Xbox comeback isn't happening. It's over, or period. There is no comeback. It's like I said, it's far down in the grave and it's permanently over with. Why do you think Asha was trying to push that cloud service tweet the other day? Remember what she said? Oh, we're focusing on the cloud now. Since people are not going to be able to afford hardware, what we're going to do is we're going to make it to where we team up with the Hisense garbage TV brand, which who the hell has a Hisense TV? Bro, you have the LG, a Samsung, or a Sony. Even Vizio is like, solid, but Hisense, what the hell is that? Nobody buys that garbage. What is that coming out of? I'm trying to figure what I never even heard of it, right? But they want to team up with that because by the way, the quality on that TV is garbage. I've heard people say too, try streaming on that, it's trash. Plus the Xbox Cloud isn't the best anyways, unless you have insane like internet. So what you're doing is you're getting scammed. And he says, and if the proposed solution is the cloud, which we we're just talking about, we're in for a real laugh with the physical pros. My point exactly. All this, no disc, no buy, PlayStation, this and that. What are you talking about? Nobody's buying your hardware. The biggest future for Xbox outside of the hardware is the cloud. Or putting their games on somebody else's platform. Outside of that, how is Xbox going to reach your thing? What? Mobile? Once again, what are you doing? Cloud. PC? The app, but everybody goes to Steam. They'd rather even buy their games. Outside of that, yeah, what are we doing? Yeah, you want to go play gaming on a PC? Don't nobody want to do that, man. Don't no gamer want to do that. It doesn't work. That's why Google Stadia fell back then. It didn't work. And there was nothing wrong with their internet, even though it's better now. But I'm saying, like, there's things where it's like, this is where you realize Microsoft is the most anti-consumer company in the gaming industry, and has always been one of the most anti-consumer companies on the planet. How are you more expensive than your competitor that absolutely slaughtered you in pieces? And you have way less games than them. You don't have PlayStation exclusives, but they have your exclusives. And they have a more powerful device, PS5 Pro. And you're pretty much $100 under that now. Just go get a PS5 Pro at this point if you're in the console industry. You know what I mean? What is the point? So we get the idea over here too. Xbox Series prices. Xbox console prices have increased following Microsoft's official price update, with the current retail pricing at $499 for the base and $800 for the Series X. It's right here. This is the US prices too. This is not just over there. You can go to the Xbox official console page and it's there. Absolutely terrible. And this is what AGN is trying to tell you, like, just shut up. Don't ever speak again. Moron. You know what I'm talking about? The moron. Lame's like, he's an idiot. It's like, nobody takes you serious. You're the only person in the world that's doing that on YouTube. Everybody else knows AGN knows what he's talking about. And he's actually intelligent. When people listen to him, they're just 65, 70 IQs. But yeah, I mean, getting back to this. This is the most anti-consumer move out of the three historically. Nobody has sold consoles at this price that is just doesn't make any sense. The Pro specifications actually make sense if you go try to build a PC like that, right? Because look at the price of the PS5. Let's do it, right? PS5 prices. $600, $649. $800. It's not better than the PlayStation. PlayStation ecosystem is way better. They have way more games and exclusives. And a PS5 Pro. How is this $100 cheaper than a PS5 Pro? That's like Sony selling this $100 cheaper than a Pro. Who would buy it then? It's just common sense. I'm just saying, if you saw this go up $150, let's just say just $150, right? What does that mean? Exactly. 150, right? This goes up that much too. It doesn't make any sense, does it? Because I'm just sitting here looking at it. I'm like, hold up a second. The PS5 standard disc console is $649. This is $800, $150 more than your competitor that slaughtered you on the market. How does this make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. PS5 digital, I want you to hear me out, $600. Series S 1 terabyte, $600. What are you talking about here? It's going to destroy you in comparisons because the PS5 beats Series X in comparisons. Who is going to go buy a Series S 1 terabyte for $599? I would think something is wrong with your brain. Those sales should be zero. And instead, what you should do is get a Switch 2 or get yourself a PS5 Digital Edition Slim, which has the same specs as the base PS5. It doesn't make any sense to get the Series S. It's now a completely dead console. That literally the price makes 0 cents. Stupid company. The point of that was the cheap entry level into Game Pass to get you on a discless renting generation. I mean, that was what it was anyways, right before that. But I'm trying to figure out now how anybody would want to buy the Series S 1 terabyte at $600. Like, why would you do that? Why would you not go for this instead? It's $150 more. Oh, no, you wouldn't do that because you could just spend $600 on this and get Xbox games and get exclusives and money hats and Asian games. I'm just saying, man. And then you would be investing into the PS6 ecosystem. All that no diss, no buy stuff is fake. Ain't nobody gonna buy anything in the Xbox world. It's 90% digital. Yeah, of course, you were trying to push a digital generation with Game Pass. So, of course, most people went for the Series S. They didn't go for specs. And Microsoft made more of those. It's not an argument. It's a realization that Microsoft is literally telling you that they're trying to, if they do play the exclusive game for certain games, if you don't have a PC, you're going to have to pay this much to get in cheap. Or this is the entry model because it's $500. But, I mean, what are you going to do with that? They're trying to charge you $100 more for 512 gigabytes. Yikes. Why? This should be $549 then. That would be more reasonable. But even then, not even close. Because, like I said, go get the PS5 digital. I don't see the point of these consoles anymore. The only thing that should be left is probably this. And even then, I don't see the point of any of it. They're all done. Like, nobody is going to buy this. Like, Microsoft needs to wake up out of their sleep. So there it is right there, guys. This is absolutely dumb. And there's a lot of people laughing at them because they're like, this company, like, who's going to buy this, right? Nobody wants to go buy an exclusive to play this stupid stuff. Remember, this was announced back on June 25th. So here we are. It is here officially today. If you go to latest and just type that in, you're going to see stuff right here. People are laughing at Microsoft, right? There's a lot of people over in Spain because they have the time ahead. He's like, I just don't see how they grow their console base when a Series X costs $800. These are the decisions that needed to be done 5 years ago. A lot of these are a bunch of Spanish posts. Over here, this guy says, in Japan, more than the fact that Xbox has gone up in price, what scares me more is that $800 is now about 130,000 yen or something. And there you have it. The Series X has just gone up by $200 in price, bringing the disk drive console to $800. It's starting to get really tough to justify at that price. And that's not even mentioning Game Pass, which has also skyrocketed in price. Well, that went down. But yeah, a lot of people here is saying this. How do they expect to grow when the new Xbox is probably going to cost $800 to $100,000? I mean, $800 to $1,000. Or you sell your games to people who already have hardware. Yeah, let's see if we can find a way around that. So AGN just wanted to compare console prices for you. You guys now get the idea here. What do you think the price of the Helix is going to be? If they're charging that much for these. Remember we were talking about this before. Obviously, if the market goes down, they could bring down prices a little bit. But I just don't see the point of Xbox consoles anymore. Just get out of the hardware industry. You're a stupid company. Like, who do you think you are to play the exclusive game, too? That means they want to try to lock something there so you could pay that much for the console. Ain't nobody going to do it. They're going to go on PC because you're not dropping Steam. I like to see you remove all your games from Steam and put them only on the Xbox Series. console base. Let's see what happens with you when games cost you $200 to $300 million, some $400 million, and Clockwork $500 million. How are you going to get that back? You're going to commit suicide as a publisher and just literally kill off the rest of the Xbox brand. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to stay on Steam. But even then, look at what happened when Halo Campaign Evolved. It flopped significantly. Nobody on Steam is playing it. It's down to like 7,000 people. Already, man, how far down has Halo fallen with the Xbox hardware? Into the grave. So become a member, leave a tip down below. Let me know what you guys think. As usual, AGN is telling you the truth. Not just shut up, idiot. As we see, this is just all terrible. Nobody wants to pay these prices. Garbage. Xbox is dead, right? It's not something that's made up. It's now more relevant than you've ever seen in gaming history. Garbage stuff over here. Later, y'all. Keep on gaming no matter what platform you're on. Even this dead platform. Yeah.